Good morning. Here we are on an Easter Monday. Easter Monday, the 13th of April, 2020. A very good morning to you, boys and girls. Welcome to our little show. Can I just say, I think I'm dressed particularly well this morning, don't you think? These colours are going very well together. The blue and the pink together. Very nice indeed. Good morning. Bit windy out there today, I've got to say. Anyone notice that? Very windy. Started last night. And I usually sort of go to sleep with the window a little bit open, and it was a little bit open when I went to bed. Anyway, so I'm laying in there, and I could hear this wind, and there was a bit of noise outside. Now, you can't... It's not like frightening noise where you think, oh my God, someone's going to come in and try and do terrible things to me. If I thought that was going to happen, I'd leave the blooming door unlocked. No, because on the side of my house... There's like a lean... You couldn't climb up it to the bedroom window, if you see. Not possible to do that unless you've got one of those, not ladder. What's those things? Platform type things that you build up. A little bit like a mini scaffolding thing. Yeah, well, and then you'd have to come up and across and up again. Very difficult. So I heard this noise out there, and I didn't think anything more of it. Anyway, I'm laying in bed, and I could feel this draft coming right over me. I thought, blimey, it must be really windy like that. Anyway, I got off to sleep again and I woke up again. I only woke up once last night. Once. That's a result. Honestly, that's a result. Which was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Something like that. 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It was just starting to get light outside. Anyway, I went for a wee, came back in. I thought, I'll just look outside, see how windy it is. Well, blow me down, the wind has blown the window wide open. No wonder there was a draft coming across me. Oh dear. But we do like a little bit of air coming into the house. So very windy last night. Has anyone noticed? There's no noise here now from the planes. Maybe one. I don't know, every few hours, if that. Okay? Here, I'm directly underneath one of Heathrow's flight paths. And I get a plane go. They're still quite high up here, so it's nothing to worry about. But nevertheless, I see planes going over every minute or so, every half a minute. Well, it's none of that now, so it's dead quiet. It's dead quiet. And I've always been able to hear the birds and that in the garden, and I like the Tweety birds, as you want. I'm not so keen on the magpies. The Tweety birds I quite like. Is there more of them? Has anyone noticed, or am I just noticing it more? I'm not so sure, really, because I've always noticed the birds singing around here. When you wake up in the morning, or about 5 o'clock in the morning, they all start singing their blooming heads off. It's a pleasant noise. Fortunately, it's not a noise that you can't stand. Unlike the bloke over there somewhere that's got one of those blooming grinder machines. Oh, I can't bear that noise. Not like wood. Wood sawing's fine, and even that thing on the wood's all right. He's obviously cutting up some bits of concrete. Well, he's been doing it for years. I mean, why can't they just get the job finished? I don't know what he does over there. No, it's a pleasant noise, the birds. And I'm not sure, but this morning, when I got up for a wee, they were singing their heads off. And I'm sure it's a lot louder than it normally is. Maybe, of course, the motorway, which, I mean, it's not that close to me, the motorway, and I can hear the sort of tyres on the road. Well, I'm not hearing that at the moment. Hardly at all. Hardly at all. And I wonder if the fact that there's no one else around, or no sort of traffic noises or anything like that, are the birds singing even louder? You know, if we weren't here, and something I expect will happen one day, not this particular virus, although it's not very pleasant to the 10,000 people who have already lost their lives, unfortunately. But something will come along one day and we'll all go. And I reckon nature will take over very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. I think the Lord above has decided that I will be the only human left. Fantastic. I can sit here and talk to myself without having to worry about you lot then, won't I? Be very happy to sitting here talking to myself all the time. I can talk to the trees. When you can talk to the animals, talk to the animals. Da 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 da. Charles talks to the trees, doesn't he? I talk to my lilies out the front there. I do. I talk to my lilies. Yes. Good morning. Now, let me see if I've got any of those nasty lily beetles on you this morning. Yesterday's lily beetle count was 2. Only 2 lily beetles were spotted on my lilies yesterday, I'm pleased to report to you, boys and girls. So I don't know. Do you think those birds are singing louder out there? Or is there more of them, more likely? I wonder if it'll be the same with insects. Because we're definitely lacking in insects at the moment, aren't we? Rachel is probably with us this morning. Thanks for messages. I'll come to those in a moment. Rachel's, I think she's got a camera pointing at a bird table or something. I saw a couple of pictures, and she uploads pictures of beautiful birds and that. Oh, we have so many different ones that come in this garden there. Really beautiful birds that come in there. Anyway, so that's it. I tell you what I do hear, or I've noticed more often, sirens. Either police or ambulance. I'm not quite sure what they are. Sirens, I seem to hear a lot more. Or again, is it the fact that there's no other noisy cars around that I'm noticing the occasional siren more? I'm sure I hear more than I do. But there we are. I'll be cycling to the sorting office later on, boys and girls, to post off your various prizes. And a fridge magnet, no, a key ring that someone bought last night, okay? There's a T-shirt to go in there. There's about four envelopes. There'll be another one today when we do our raffle later, okay? Someone's going to win one of those today, those of you with the raffle tickets. Thanks very much, incidentally, gang. All the raffle ticket requests are now indeed coming in before 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm not getting any after that, so that's excellent. You've done that, made it a lot easier at this end. All right, just a reminder, gang, the cut-off time for raffle tickets is now 6 a.m, okay? Whether it's a daytime show or a nighttime show, if you weren't there for both and you still want your raffle tickets, you'll have to ask for both. Oh, can I have a ticket for this and this? Do you know what I mean? And that's fine. So the cut-off ticket for raffle tickets is now 6 o'clock in the morning. The bingo was great last night, but it was a little bit of a technical issue, which was my fault. And what happened is that what I used to do before was ask people, you must register before the Sunday. Well, I've kind of let that go, you know, and people were asking to register, you know, during the Sunday, which was all well and good. And then yesterday, not people's fault because they didn't know, you know. Yesterday there was a few came in sort of in the last hour, or at least the last hour when I was sitting here. And I'm thinking, oh, Christ, let's put it. And it was one at 10 to 7. So I quickly put that in. And the first lot of tickets had already gone out. They go out early in the afternoon usually, sort of by 6 p.m. I think they went out about 1 p.m. yesterday. So they all went out, and that was fine. But these other people had to join in. They couldn't join in for that because that had already been done. So games 2 and 3. So I added them into the system and added them to games 2 and 3. But what I failed to realise is that you've got to close the programme and then reopen it, and then it kind of, I don't know, it does what it does. And then it works. Well, of course, I sent out the raffle tickets for game 2, and I got all these error messages. And then people saying, "Oh, I haven't got my raffle tickets." Not everyone. It was about 4 people didn't get their raffle tickets for some reason. So that game 2 went a bit wrong, and then I realised what I'd done, although I wasn't sure why I'd got the error messages. So then I closed the programme, reopened it, sent out the raffle tickets to number 3, and they all went out, except for one where I'd incorrectly put in, what was one of those Hotmail addresses. You know, they're either .com or .co.uk, and I put in .com instead of .co.uk or something like that. But we got there in the end, so that'll be all right for next week. We have 99 people in the system now. We'll probably have 100 by the end of the week, which is nice, okay? So that was the bingo yesterday. And we're going to have a cut-off point for joining the bingo. That will be 12 p.m. Sunday afternoon, okay? 12 p.m. Sunday afternoon. If you haven't registered to go in the bingo by then, too late for that particular night, okay? If you're already registered, don't worry about it. You're already in the system. All right? I watched The Nest last night, the latest episode of The Nest, which I'm enjoying very, very much. Very much. Highly recommended, The Nest, which is on the BBC iPlayer. Now, on today's show, I have some pictures for you, as sent in by George and Mick, of various culinary skills that they have. We always ask for likes for pictures. We have 11 likes at the moment. We need 22 likes to be able to see the pictures. So if you want to see the pictures, click the thumbs up. If you don't want to see the pictures, do nothing. All right? The choice is yours. How can you upset poor George and poor Mick by not wanting to see their pictures? They're on the system waiting to be shown you, okay? The pictures are standing by. We didn't quite get up to the 35 that were required yesterday until after the show, and then it appeared, but it was too late by then. What else did I do yesterday? I washed my throws yesterday. I got throws, over the settee. I never thought they'd get in the washing machine, but they did. Singly, mind. Okie doke. Let's read some of your messages today coming through. Good morning to Michael Pullman. Morning, Colin Kay. Mike Rees-Ponto. Good morning to you, sir. You're the other one, aren't you? Yes. T-shirt will be in the post for you this morning. I've decided for my exercise today, because it's about half hour there and half hour back, I shall cycle to the delivery office post box. It's quite a nice cycle, although it's much colder out there today. It's not cold, but compared to yesterday, my God, what a drop. It's about 10 degrees down. That's a lot, isn't it? Morning to Mandy Davenport. Hello to the delightful Adam the Plumber. Morning, Adam. Hello, Gary Davidson. Colin Coates. Michael Lawrence. Peter Wright. Morning. Hello to Mr. Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Thanks very much for your email, Ray. I look forward to that. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated. Good morning to Dave Moses. What day is it? Every day is the same, Dave. You know that. What keeps happening is that we get to Sunday, right? I go to bed, get up again, and it's Sunday again. Isn't that strange and mysterious? Doesn't matter what day it is, it's Sunday every day. Very strange and mysterious. Yes, David. So it's today Monday, my darling, okay? Good morning, Diane Jebb. Gavin Bass, hello to you, sir. Shania, head of the Catholic Church on the Isle of Wight, is in the house. Good morning, Shania. Mandy is, as always, looking after pain and suffering on this channel, gang. Oh, she wasn't very loud with that, was she? All right. So anyone who steps out of line, we do send Mandy round. Watch out for that, gang. Morning to... Is that everyone? Oh, Mike Rees-Ponto. Looked in flight radar and all the planes seem to be cargo planes. Oh, yes, flying food and all that, I suppose. Is that what they do? Gary Davidson. The birds are very noisy where Gary is. Yeah. I'm sure they're noisier than they usually are. Or there's just more of them. They must love it, not having us around. They must absolutely love it. I'll tell you that now. Good morning to LaBelle. Your emerald-eyed blue sailor of magic is in the house this morning. Hello to you. John Aitken, hello. Hello, Claire. She sprained her wrist gardening. Oh, she wanted to plant her bell pepper seeds as well. Oh, you're a bit late with those, Claire, aren't you? Are they inside, are they? Okay, they're inside. I would have put those in a bit earlier. Not very good with peppers. No, I could never get those to grow. Tomatoes are all right. Whether I'm just not, I don't know why peppers wouldn't grow for me for some reason. Maybe they might grow outside the caravan where I've got a south-facing garden though, because they do need a lot of sun, don't they? I'm a big fan of sweet peppers. I make a lot of those. I did one of my spaghetti arrabbiata things on Saturday. Saturday night I ate it. Oh my God, I was sweating like anything. It was so hot, this stuff. Morning to Piggy Malone. Hello to you. Dave says the birds around here seem to sing the chorus off Barbie Girl by Aqua for some reason. Oh, well, you can record that, Dave. Play that as Barbie Girl. You won't have to pay your PRS on that, will you? Good morning, Dr. Gregorian. Hello to you. Fran Green is with us this morning. Gavin, the birds singing where I am. It's nice to hear them. I mean, it really is. It's lovely to hear them singing. It's not an unpleasant sound at all, is it? In fact, I'd go as far as saying I hear more birds singing here, probably because of all the trees and the fact that I'm kind of in a forest here. It's probably that, rather than at the caravan. I don't really hear many birds at the caravan, but then there's not many trees around there, just open fields. You know, whereas here, they're sitting on the trees, probably screaming at me to throw out another loaf of bread. At the caravan, there's nothing other than they have to serve themselves, don't they? What an awful thing to have to do. Jump onto a field, pecking away, peck, 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 desperately trying to find a worm. How awful, eating worms. I mean, I'm sure they'd rather have a piece of one of my broken up hot cross buns out there that I haven't eaten, but I have eaten them all, so there are none. Unlucky. Morning to John Parrish. Happy Easter from John and Sherry to all of us. Claire, the birds aren't louder. Everything else is quieter. It's lovely out walking and cycling, as I'll be cycling out later to post all your various bits and pieces off, all right? Morning to Trevor Campbell. You need to worry when they start singing the Banana Boat song. Yeah, Michael's noticed more wildlife where he is. Although you're right out in the middle of nowhere anyway, Michael, aren't you? But even so, you reckon there's more going on there. So that's interesting, isn't it? Morning to Mark Jones. Hello to you. Mark had nightmares last night. What was the nightmare, Mark? Did you run out of cheese and onion crisps? That'd be a nightmare to me. I've got a multi-pack of those. Just one. I put it on my order. Just one. Well, you know, the one of my mates delivers, because he gets deliveries every blooming week now. I've got one on. It's very exciting. I've got one on. Is it Thursday or Friday? It's coming from Morrison's. I wrote it down. Can you just imagine not being in for your shopping? That must happen, mustn't it? I bet people Thursday morning 10 till 11. Yes, Morrison's delivery. So either the show will have to be over by 10, or it will start after that, because I'll have to put all the stuff away, dear. Loads of it, £120. Loads of stuff. I'll be giving it away to the neighbours eventually. Surely people must not be there when their shopping arrives. How annoying is that for the delivery man? It's bad enough when you've got an Amazon or something like that. You know, when they've got a little parcel. Oh, they're not in. Actually, they generally leave it outside the front door, to be honest. But they take it away, a small thing like that. But when these blokes come out and they come around with their little, I don't know, their little Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Morrison's van, come on, they seem to bring all the stuff and they took it out and then they ring the bell, don't they? What if you're not in? How annoying must that be? They can't leave it outside the front door, can they? You know, people around here would have that hour away straight away. Dear me. Morning to Adrian Richardson. Hello to you. There's Rachel. All right, darling. Morning to Gary Butler. There's my nephew, Gary Butler. Well, we found something out last night, and I don't know how this happened, right? On my texting phone, which has been buzzing away this morning. I'll go to some of those in a moment. On my text-in phone, okay. Oh, how are we doing for likes? 20 likes. Only another 2 more likes, and you'll be able to see the pictures of George and Andy Davenport's food. Loads of pictures this morning. 3. Okay, if you want to see those, you need to click the little thumbs up like button. Yeah, we discovered last night, my nephew has been saying, I keep texting you and I don't think it's coming through. And I checked, no text at all. And he's been saying this for a few weeks. And I thought, well, I don't know why that is. So I said, is there a blocked list on here somewhere? So he said yes, because he knows all these things. I don't know how they work. So we got to the settings, block list. And hey presto, his number is blocked. Not only his, but about 20 other numbers on here. Well, I haven't blocked anyone. So how the hell did that happen? That's what I want to know. I mean, this wasn't always my phone. It was either my nephew's or my sister's phone. Now, she wouldn't have blocked my nephew, and neither would I. So I just don't know how. I mean, is it easy to accidentally block someone? I don't think it is it? Let me see. Who can I try and block? Let's select a name here. Let's have a look. How do I do this? Let's choose a name. Who's with it? Let's choose. Let's choose Mick Davenport. Yeah. So click on Mick Davenport's name. There's his number. At the bottom, block this caller. I suppose you could actually. What happens if you click block it? That's it, is it? I suppose you could do it by accident. But there were so many. There was like 20, there was like 15 to 20 numbers on there. My nephew being one of them. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Has that ever happened to anyone else? It's like the other day, I lost a folder on my computer somehow. I lost a folder. It was a folder that I only use for putting things in temporarily, usually. You know, like the pictures that I do to advertise the show at the beginning that you see. Today's show starts at. Today I'm in that orange vest again. Okay, so I'll put that into that temporary folder. When I've used it enough times, I'll just delete it. Well, the entire folder disappeared. It was either last week or the week before. How does that happen? Well, there was a load of blocked people in there, about 15. I don't know who they were. The only name I had was my nephew's. It said Gary, blocked. And all the others were various different numbers. Some foreign ones on there, +33, I don't know where that is. Many, many national numbers like 01276. A few London ones in there as well. Loads of them. Can't understand it. Anyway, good morning to Mark Hobbs. He texts in and says, watching on his TV, he can't like, unfortunately, but he would like to see the pictures. Thank you, Mark. And hello to Peter. Good morning to Peter as well. Texting in this morning. Morning, Peter. Let's see how we're doing for likes now. 24 likes. Okie doke. Here we go, boys and girls. We're going to show you these wonderful pictures now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here is George's first. George has been doing a bit of cooking. Now, what is that? I think it's a trifle. It looks very delicious, doesn't it? Okay. That's George's trifle type thing that he sent in there. And then we got this one. Oh, look. Pigs in blankets. Dead animal rolls there. Dead animal rolls on the left, known as pigs in blankets. And what's that on the right there? Is that some sort of... They look like cheese something or other. Are they cheese? They look like they've got a bit of cheese in or something. They are mixed very good at the baking. Look at that. Dead animal rolls, pigs in blankets, and possibly cheese scones. He'll come on the chat box and tell us what that is. And then there's another little thing here. That's Mandy's. Mandy is Mick's wife, and she has made a rather delicious-looking trifle. Look at that, my darlings. Is that an individual one? Mandy, is that an individual one? So you'd have one of those each, wouldn't you? It's like those individual family packs of crisps that I like to buy sometimes. Very rarely now. You know the big ones? It says individual family pack. So you have one each. Cheese and onion crisps, yeah. I haven't had any honey roast crisps for ages. Maybe I should risk going down to Marks and Spencer's with this on. For essential honey roast crisps. There was a little bit of virus floating around through the window today, so Jack the Monkey has got his virus shield on this morning as well, okay? You can buy one of those if you want, not that one. There's one, two, there's only three there, okay? They're £5 on PayPal, bing! £5 on PayPal, £6.50 on a super chat. If you want one today, I can post it today as well. Although I've only got 2 first class large stamps. I've run out of large stamps again. Large letter stamps. I keep running out of those. Must get some more. Let's have a look. A very good morning to our silent viewers out there watching very, very quietly on the side. Don't forget, we know you're there. Good morning to you. Join in on the email if you want to. If you ever want to send an email and you don't use the chat box and it's a little bit more personal, isn't it? You know what I mean? Then just send us an email. Sometimes people send an email and I do try and reply to them, but I get so busy with messages sometimes. It can take some time to reply to you sometimes. All right, my love. Good morning to Kevin and Arnold Ashburner. Morning to you. Paul and Lou in the house. There we are. There's young Paul and Lou. Good morning. Dan S., hello to you. Morning to Mixed Mowers. Morning, Mixed Mowers. Where are we? Have you walked to Edinburgh yet? No, thank you, Peter. Why would I want to walk there? It's too far to go. You've got trained here. One of those sleeper trains. I'd like to go on a sleeper train. I would like to go on a sleeper train at some point. That'd be quite nice. Claire's going to grow the peppers in her conservatory. 70 degrees as much as possible. Well, you won't get that today, unfortunately. Mind you, a little bit of sun comes out, soon warms up in a conservatory, doesn't it? It's a little bit like being in one of those, in a caravan. A little bit of sun on that caravan, even if it's cold outside. My God, does it heat up quickly. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Hello to George. There's George Bond there. Good morning to you. Right, I'll have to scroll down because we're not keeping up here. Well, John has only eaten one of his Easter eggs. He's got 4 left. I often wonder, you know, John, sometimes when it comes to Easter eggs or anything like that, right? If you've got a load of them, like a lot of people would have at Easter, I didn't get a single one. No, unlike great nephews Evie and Harry, a whole stack of them on top of the wardrobe. Dear me, or you know, that thing with drawers, sideboard, stacks of them. Stacks of them. So much in his mouth, he couldn't even talk to me. Hello, Chris. Like that, he is. Greedy little git. Would he give me any? No. I do wonder, John, with stuff like that, is it better to eat all 5 of those Easter eggs and get them over with, or to have a bit of one each day, or one a day? Which is better? We need a dietitian here. We need someone from Slimming World. I shall have to contact Linda, who is queen of all of Slimming World. Is it better to eat a massive amount of chocolate in one go, or eat that same chocolate over the week, or doesn't it make any difference? There's a question for you. Huh? No doubt every one of you will be an expert on that, no doubt. Mark's nightmare had a horrible nurse. Oh, how awful. Good morning, Sabrina. Dave, you're not blocked on my show, darling. You're not blocked. Why would I block a fellow television presenter? Oh, sorry, darling, you don't do television. It's just radio for you, isn't it, dear? But, you know, a little bit of a haircut. You could do television as well. You know, you need to look clean and sharp and smart, a little bit like me. Clean and sharp and smart. Dr. Gregorian fell asleep while watching bingo last night. Thank you. Mixed savoury scones, bacon and cheese. They look like they had cheese in them. Look absolutely delicious anyway. Well done with those, Mick, there. If you want to send in your photos of anything at all, then feel free. Just send me one photo, though, my darlings. All right? Don't sort of send me a catalogue of 10 photos, because that's just a pain to look through them all. All right? If you ever want a photo shown up here, of whatever, I think YouTube would be funny if you started sending pictures of your children or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You know what people are like. Oh, you're showing pictures of children. Everyone can see them. You know, that's how it is these days, isn't it? Unfortunately. But anything else, I don't know. You know, pictures of yourselves if you've been on holiday, or in particular pictures of you holding a prize that you might have won or bought, something like that. That's always good. All right, my love, send them through to this email address there. Where are we? Mick, for my son's birthday the other day, we were unable to get the present he wanted, so I was able to get the local firefighters to pop round in the fire engine. Is that right? Good God, I bet he'll enjoy it. That's better than any present, isn't it? That's blooming wonderful, that is. For them to come round like that. Well, what if there was a fire? What if there was a fire? Did they have all their uniforms on? Oh, I'm getting very hot now. John Daniel Woodest. Let's have a look there. Video in the underground. Okay. Adrian, Easter eggs over a period of time. So Adrian reckons you should have them over a period of time. Well, I don't know. LaBelle, I know as the Easter Bunny where I live, I spent the morning in costume in Zoom, reading to kids and answering children's letters to me. How lovely. Oh, how lovely. Zoom. I've heard of this Zoom thing. I did have a look at it. I found it quite complicated. You have to send someone's email and then send them a code and then they have to join you. It looks very complicated, that Zoom thing, I have to say. Gosh. Anyway, what else have we got here? Clippers. Yeah, clippers. My nephew has just bought a set of these. Now, this is my beard clipper, which I did use the first time I cut my hair. And I've discovered, now, the problem I have with clippers is that I take the whole thing off and I'm like this. Oh, now you see that hurt me then, right? And pushing it hurts. I discovered last night, completely by accident, is if you put a guard on, it kind of slides a lot more easily. So I'll try that with my big clippers next time. Instead of just doing it sort of metal to head, you put that bit of plastic on and it slides more easily. Oh, yeah. Morning to Maureen just joining us today. Morning, Maureen. And Jason Hughes as well. All right. There you go. And that kind of works a lot better. Now, my nephew wanted a pair. Now, the wild ones, well, they're both wild. I've had that over a year now, that one. But the wild ones, proper, big, large ones, I got mine off Amazon just before we realised the hairdressers were closing, and I paid £16 for it. It's got a cable. It's not wireless, okay? So it's got a cable. £16 I paid for that on Amazon. That same one that my nephew was looking it up is now anywhere between £50 and £80 on Amazon. Because, of course, everyone's buying them now. Sale or demand, isn't it? You know? I mean, when thousands and millions of people start watching this programme, I will have to charge you £5. And as more people start watching it, You know, as more people start watching it, I shall have to charge more. That's how it is. Sale or demand. Seriously, 16, not this one, but £16 I paid for those wild ones with the cable coming out of them. They are now anywhere between £50 and £80. Terrible, isn't it? People make money, but everyone's having to cut their own hair now, unless you've got someone in the family that can do hair cutting. My niece can do hair cutting. She had her own business in Woodall Spa. She can cut hair, my niece, very well as well. Good. What else have we got here? So that's the clippers. Foot is a little bit better. I must say the foot's a bit better. So I'm still not walking on it properly at the moment. Social distancing costumes. Thank you very much, LaBelle. I'll have a look at your picture, see if I can get that on there for you tomorrow. Social distancing costumes. Now, this is an interesting idea, boys and girls. This is very, very interesting idea. In the Daily Mirror, officers in Bolivia. Anyone been there? Bolivia. What is there to do there? Is that like a holiday destination? But where are you? Bolivia? Is that a holiday place? Officers in Bolivia thought dressing up as the virus in homemade costumes was a creative way of making the threat seem more visible during the pandemic. You know, the biggest thing about this damn flu thing is that you can't see anything. You can't see it. It's not like there's stuff floating through air or sitting there on. You know, if you were looking at your surface now and you saw lots of little green things, you wouldn't touch the damn thing, would you? But it's invisible. This is the biggest thing about it, I think. Anyway, in bizarre footage shared earlier this week, 2 uniformed officers disguised themselves as the deadly virus. The officers were then seen walking up the streets of Bolivian capital to the beat of music and conversing with shoppers. As if the whole thing couldn't get any stranger, their bright neon costumes with their menacing grins were pretty much indistinguishable from those of football mascots. Joking aside, the force are hoping this visual display could raise awareness of the importance of maintaining hygiene and social distancing measures during the pandemic. And there's pictures of them, and they're all like in these, like, you know, soft type costumes with bits. What are those? I think they're called receptors sticking out of the actual costume there. What an excellent idea. And this got me to thinking, boys and girls. Social distancing costumes. Now, I think this is an excellent idea. What would you go as if I could say, right, you need to wear a costume today. If you're going to go out, you'll need to wear a costume and a mask, and that will make you all safe. What costume do you think we should wear as social distancing? Now, they have to be fairly large costumes, wouldn't they? They need to be 2 meters wide altogether, with you in the middle. So you're in the middle, 2 meters all around. I think for myself, what would you wear? What would you wear as a social distancing costume? I'm thinking for myself, I'm thinking a Dalek. A Dalek. Now, with the Dalek, you might not need that skirt going around there. We could have, you know, the plunger that sticks out. Just push a button and it pushes people away as they go down. Social distancing costumes. This is what we want. Social distancing costumes to stop people coming towards you as you're trying to go out and do your essential shopping or your exercising. You know, when I go over outside and I go for my daily 1 hour, I do about an hour's exercise, whether it's on a bike or walking through the forest or down the country lanes. You're still walking through that, and then you see someone coming towards you. And it's all very, very, very scary when they come towards you, isn't it, eh? Oh, hang on a minute, that's the wrong bit of music. There we go. It's all very, very scary. There you are. Trying to mind your own business, boys and girls. Walking along or jogging or cycling, and there they are, coming towards you. A family of 3 of them. And you're walking up there, and they're walking down there, and you're thinking to yourself, they're not going to move over. That is at that point that I jump into the forest, boys and girls, because I am very, very scared. And so you should be as well. Keep away from people. We need social distancing costumes. For myself, I think a Dalek. Absolutely a Dalek. Now, it wouldn't need to be 2 metres all around because you've got the plunger at the front. And you can have some sort of button inside the Dalek where you push the plunger and it pushes people out of the way. Get back! Get back! 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 Couldn't you? The Daleks, move! Move! Away! And then this plunger comes out and pushes them on away. Or how about a Borg from Star Trek? Oh, yes. They are the most... They're even more scary than Daleks because they look human, don't they? Go on, say it. So, oh, I don't like Star Trek or Doctor Who. Well, you won't have a clue what we're going on about, will you? The Borg. Very, very frightening. Assimilating everyone. I told you last week, a Borg ship was... Because Star Trek, as you well know, is a documentary series. A lot of people think it's a made-up fairy story. No, it isn't, dear. It is a documentary series of actual starships flying around in outer space at this moment, searching out for new places for us to live when we completely destroy this planet. They're looking. And there was a Borg ship actually on its way to this planet, and it stopped. And they didn't invade. They were scared of the virus, boys and girls. That's how bad it is. They're scared of the virus. They wouldn't even invade. They turned around and went back to the other way. Invaded Mars or somewhere like that. Yes, so I think for myself, a Dalek or Borg, or how about a Cyberman? Delete, 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 delete. Great nephew George does a very good Cyberman. A Cyberman. So they're one of those that I would like to be. Now, what about you? What would you like to be? What would you like to dress up as in like some sort of costume, some sort of largest costume to keep evil people away from you that keep coming towards you and won't walk onto the other side of the path? It's outrageous. Outrageous. Claire says she loves the virus costumes. There was a delivery man on the news yesterday who wears a different costume every day. We need more costumes. Absolutely, Claire. We need more laughs in our sad, lonely, pathetic lives. There's a lot of people on this channel who have sad, lonely, pathetic lives. I'm telling you that now. My Trex costume. Have you got a Trex costume? I beg your pardon. T-Rex. I beg your pardon. T-Rex. Rachel's got a T-Rex costume. That's an excellent. Who's going to come near you with that on, Rachel? Exactly. They're evil. Thank God there are no T-Rexes around these days. Well, there is. There is. Whose name will not be revealed from my mouth. I'm not going to say her name. Gemma Collins. No, I'm not going to say. No one will go near her. See, she doesn't need a costume, does she, Gemma Collins? You just wouldn't want to go near her through the swearing that comes out. Here, I'm an effing star, I am. Yeah, I'm an No, I don't think you want to go near Gemma Collins. She is like a human T-Rex, isn't she? And no, I'm not talking about her size. Before you start screaming and shouting. Marshmallow Bear. Don't know what that is, Adrian. John would dress up as a giant spider. Ooh, no one likes spiders. How many people like spiders? Some people keep them as pets, don't they? Why, oh why, would you want to keep a tarantula in your house? Or a scorpion? Or a deadly snake? People, they keep them as pets. Oh, why don't you come round to my house? Can you just imagine going back with someone? And you get in there, right? And you're sitting on the settee, having a bit of cuddle, and you look over, and there's a tank with a blooming great big tarantula in it. Why, oh why, do people keep such deadly creatures in their houses? It's bad enough, those of you that are with violent wives. Poor Mick. LaBelle, why does the costume have to be so violent? Well, it doesn't. You can go as something else if you want to, LaBelle. How about Tinkerbell or someone like that? You can go as Tinkerbell, couldn't you? Or Snow White, I suppose. Although I'm not sure that you'd keep the lads away if you dressed as Snow White in that very short little blue skirt. You know what they're like. They're very difficult. Lads who keep on and on. Even when you say you're not interested, they go on and on. Go away, dear. We're not interested. Come back in 10 years' time. The teenage lads are the worst ones, aren't they? Have you noticed that? like, 18, 19, 20. You say no, on and on they go. Oh, come on, mate, why not? Why can't I take you out for a drink? Because I don't want you too young. Go away. One of my nephews, actually, I think he might have been 17 or 18 years old. He got really drunk in a pub and he went over and chatted someone's mum up. I think you're really nice, you are. Oh, I love it. George Bond, the Stormtrooper outfit. That's a good one. That looks good as well. The Stormtrooper outfit. Yes. Superman costume for Gavin Bass. Trevor, no need for social distance costumes, Chris. Just put Mandy there. They will soon move. Oh, I think that's an insult towards Mandy. That's it. I think that's an insult towards Mandy. What about your nurse outfit? I could put I have a nurse outfit. I may do a show that in. I don't know where that is actually, my nurse outfit. Adam the plumber. As a plumber, I could go as a set of plumbing rods. They are 2 meters long, and if that does not work, they should be used for keeping people away. Yes, just use them. Hit them. Get your plumbing rods. Get back. Get back. People must be beaten. Beat them. If they come anywhere near you, start beating them with those. Good idea, Adam the plumber. The raffle will be sometime before the end of the show, Peter. What else have we got here? Where did we go? Sean could run you up a garlic costume. Oh, don't, because I do like garlic. It has been mentioned before at karaoke. Chris, what have you been eating? Cyborgs are sexy, says LaBelle. Do you know what, LaBelle? I would agree with you on that. They are. Cyborgs can be quite sexy looking, can't they? There's some very, very strange videos on the internet with devils and demons. I have to tell you that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The Klingons are scary, says Fran. Yes, they are. Klingons are. A stork, says Peter Wright. Mark, you going out with the nurse's outfit would scare people as well. Not a costume, but a nice cattle prod. That's a good one, Mandy. Those of you in the countryside, we've got lots of farmers listening to this programme as we speak with their cattle prods. Good idea. Just take those into your local. Get back. Get an electric shock there. LaBelle works at Disney parks. Those costumes cover you completely, but don't keep people away. They still touch us. Well, you lucky thing. I might get one then. I fancy a little bit. I like to be touched soon. Haven't been touched for ages, LaBelle. Terrible. Michael, a walking zombie back from the dead. That's a good one. Walking zombie. There we go. Your suggestions of costumes to go out and keep people away, boys and girls. That's what we've got to do. Keep people away there. All right. What else have we got here? Antiseptic wipes. Now, I mention this because my mate was saying on the phone last night, he called me, he's not very well at the moment, he's got some sort of nasty chest thing again. He really suffers from his chest, my mate. It says, I said to him, when my shopping comes, I put it all in soapy water. Literally, I fill the sink with soapy water and I wash everything. Wash it all down, then put it under the tap and rinse it, and I put it on the shelf for dry off. That's everything. Milk, everything. Yogurt, obviously, I dry the yogurt off and then I put it straight in the fridge. Otherwise, it'll go off, won't it? But he uses antiseptic wipes. He said, I just wipe it with an antiseptic wipe. Now, I don't know if you do that, but I thought you'd want to know this. It's in the Sun this morning. Like a question and answer type thing with a doctor. And one of the questions is, should I use antiseptic wipes on my food shop when I unpack? And the answer there is, antiseptic wipes only have a very weak effect on bugs and germs on packaging. This is in the Sun. For cleaning the virus from surfaces, you really need a chlorine-based cleaning product such as bleach. So with my frozen stuff, I tend to spray it with my Flash bleach spray. That's what I do, and that's it. I don't rinse it, and I leave that, and then I let it dry off a little bit, and then put it in the freezer. Not too long, like 10, 15 minutes or so. Otherwise, it all starts melting, doesn't it? Nothing worse than ice cream that's melted and refrozen, is it? All the crystals start. Get crystals in there, and it's not very nice. It says for your hands, and then it goes on about the hands, soap and water, or 60% strength on the alcohol hand wash. So no, antiseptic wipes only have a very weak effect on bugs and germs on packaging, according to the Sun newspaper this morning. All right. Still on to the costumes there. John Parrish, a big bird costume. You remember that from Avenues? Oh, Big Bird. Oh, what's the name of that programme? Big Bird. You know the one I mean. Big Bird. Hang on a minute. Big Bird. Sesame Street. Sesame Street. I remembered. When you get to Sesame Street. God, we used to watch that when we were children, didn't we? Sesame Street. I thought it was probably a teenager by the time that came on. Sesame Street. Thank you, Mick. Cats. Imagine going out and seeing like a lion or a tiger or something like that. Very scared. Good morning to John O'Connor. Thank you. Morning, John. A man is looking for answers. This is in this morning's Metro. After he managed to get pictures of a large wildcat with big claws at the end of his garden. He described the cat as being the size of a fully grown Labrador when it was seen in Cambridge on Saturday morning. A local resident claimed that it wasn't the first time the large cat had visited the area, but they were pleased that it had been finally pictured. And here indeed is a picture of like, I think it's a lioness. They're without the manes, aren't they? It's not a tiger, they're stripes. A lioness, so there's no mane or anything. And she's literally on top of someone's garage. Or shed. I wonder where it's living. Where was it again? Cambridge. Coldham's Lane in Cambridge on a Saturday morning. A local resident claimed it wasn't the first time that they'd been visited the area. It was around 8:30 in the morning when I saw the animal from my kitchen window. I think it somehow keeps coming to this place to hunt rabbits or small animals. He added that he thought it was a species of wild cat, but when he looked closer, it was too big. It doesn't look like a wild cat. It looks like a lioness to me. It's got that big head, you know. Isn't it a shame you can't pet those things? Well, you know, because I'm a big cat lover. I haven't got a cat here because I suffer a bit from the old asthma, and cat fur unfortunately sets it off. But I'd love like a big cat. I love cats, except when they get angry, because they can cat like that do some blooming damage. I'll tell you that now, wouldn't it? Eh? Whoosh! There goes your eye. All gone. Lots of people saying Sesame Street. Good morning to Luke Trott. Very good morning to you. John, can I put all my shopping in the washing machine on a warm wash? I don't know if that would do it, John. You might have the shopping damaged. It's like, you know, do you ever put trainers in the washing machine and you're clunking around inside that machine? You're thinking, oh, should I really have done that? Adam, my mum's been washing her food stuff and other stuff she buys in the bleach for years, long before the virus come along. Well, I'm sure she'll be all right then, Adam. I hope your parents are keeping well there, especially those of you with older parents, you know. They've got to be kept an eye on, haven't they? Adrian, dressed as Queen Victoria. She was very short of wild, was she? What, wired? Fran loves tigers as well. We love cats. We love cats. Right, we're about to do the raffle today. After this one. Again in the Metro this morning. Have you ever left your handbrake off in the car? I think I've done it a couple of times, but I've been near the car and it's never rolled away. It's kind of, you open the door and you think, oh, I'm sure that car just moved, and it did. You haven't got your handbrake on. Less happen. The car I've got now, the handbrake comes on its own. If I turn the engine off, the handbrake comes on. Toyota I've got. Well, in the Metro this morning, have you ever done it? Left the handbrake off in a car, and what happened? In the Metro, a cyclist had a lucky escape when a runaway car careered down a hill after its handbrake is believed to have been left off. The biker was riding along the sea defences in Blackpool when the car emerged out of a street, crossed the promenade, and then hit an upper wall. It then flipped over the sea defences onto the lower walkway, clipping the cyclist, then coming to rest on its roof on another part of the sea wall. And this car is upside down, kind of balanced on, there's two parts of the wall kind of goes like that. So it's like, and it's gone up and it's upside down. A witness says I was walking down the promenade taking some exercise when I came across some flashing lights and an ambulance on the prom surrounded by police cars. As I got closer to the scene, it was clear that the barriers next to the stairs had been broken and there was a black car down at the bottom. I walked past and I could see from the side angle that the whole of the front of the car had been bashed in. A little bit like my face. That looks like it's been bashed in, doesn't it? But the car had flipped onto its roof and come to rest on the cedar fences. There was an ambulance on the scene. So, I mean, it looks like that cyclist had a blooming good... had a very lucky escape there. Anyone never done that? Left the thing off on the car there? I wonder. John says, I put trainers in a pillowcase to wash them in the machine. Not much banging about. You've softened the blow, haven't you? LaBelle, wild animals are wild. I had the pleasure of holding a baby lion and feeling the size of them made me not want one. Yeah, I can understand that. All right, shall we do the raffle today, gang? These are all the... Don't worry about that cough. I've had this for months. Literally months now. This started on Boxing Day at my sister's house. That's when this cough started. It really did. It's awful. Right, we've got the raffle tickets standing by here. Where's my drum roll? Get that ready. There we are. Okay, someone is about to win a fridge magnet. There you go. You can see them all being turned around there. I've moved, well, I did it a couple of weeks ago. I've moved back over here with this because it was just a complete pain and setting everything up just to pull out a raffle ticket. But you can see them there anyway. So here's all your raffle tickets, gang. Good luck, everyone. Who is going to win today's fridge magnets? Let's just move them around a little bit more. As you can see, I do not look in the bowl, okay, gang? Don't look in the bowl. We're just going to pick a raffle ticket now, Mari. Not time to get them yet, my darling. All right, my love? I'll let you know when it's time to ask for a raffle ticket. Morning to Roy the boy. Hello, Roy the boy. We'll do another little story. Got a Disney story coming up, yeah, after we've done this. And then we'll do the raffle tickets, all right? There we go. Roy the boy is in the house. Here we go. Here we go, boys and girls. Time for that all-important drum roll. Here comes the ticket. And we got one ticket there, one ticket. Right. Let's see what ticket number this is. It's ticket number 638. Ticket number 638. Any idea whose ticket that is, my darling? 638. I'll just put that there and see if someone claims that. All right, my love. While we're waiting for someone to claim that, Disney! And then we're going to give out the raffle tickets as well. Disney, Disney, Disney. We love Disney. Who doesn't love Disney? LaBelle has worked at Disney. She's worked at Disney. Disney's animated Robin Hood movie is being remade as a live-action film. So we're getting that one next. How blooming marvellous. Disney's 1973 that came out. Disney's famous 1973 animated movie Robin Hood is being remade as a live action film for the brand's streaming service Disney Plus. So you've got to have Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus. Mark Bowles has Disney Plus. Anyone else have Disney Plus? Who's got Disney Plus? Rachel recently got Disney Plus as well, didn't you? The new version will keep the film's animal theme, but will be produced with a mixture of live action and computer graphics, like the remake of Dumbo and Jungle Book. In the original film, Brian Bedford played the voice of Robin Hood, who was a fox, and Peter Ustinov voiced Prince John. What a wonderful actor he was. It told the story of the legendary outlaw, is portrayed with the characters as humanoid animals. Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his merry men. That one. According to Variety, Carlos Lopez Estrada, a Mexican-American filmmaker, has been signed as the director, and it goes on to tell you more about it. And of course, we've had other ones, haven't we? Have we had Little Mermaid yet? I can't remember if we've had Little Mermaid yet. I want to see the live Little Mermaid. I have seen Jungle Book. I haven't seen Dumbo. What was the last Disney thing that came out? Let me see if it's down there somewhere. No, it doesn't say. See, it's another $5.99 a month, isn't it? God, there's so much on there. 600 titles on the Disney Plus channel. Pirates of the Caribbean. There was so much on the Pocahontas. Was there a Pocahontas 2? Was there? Oh, there is. There's a Pocahontas 2. Snow White. I've seen the Snow White and the Huntsman, isn't it? Snow White and the Huntsman or something like that, which I thought was excellent as well. I mean, really, really good. Love it. I love it. LaBelle, enough of the Disney live-action films. Stupid ideas. She doesn't like them, LaBelle. I think they're really good. You're not the only one, actually. My nephew doesn't like them. Yeah, the younger nephew, Jimmy. He doesn't like them either. He really doesn't like them either. Now, look, you're all screaming that you've got your raffle there. Look. Why is everyone saying they've won the raffle? No, you're not there, are you? He's not there today. Well, he'd be very pleased. Ticket number 638 is Mark Bowles. There you go. 638 is Mark Bowles. Okay. Ticket 638 is Mark Bowles. Okay. So that's the ticket winner today. He'll be very pleased with that. Has he won the raffle? Do you know, I think he has won the raffle once, hasn't he? I'm sure he's won the raffle once. Mark Bowles. So 638, that's your raffle winner. We'll be doing some more raffle tickets in just a second. Let me just refer to these. Yeah, well, let's do this now. Let me just get rid of these raffle tickets. They go in another box, ready for the super draw, which is at the end of the month. So, if you want a raffle ticket for next Monday's raffle, now is the time to ask. Lady in the Tramp, that's the other one I haven't seen, John. I haven't seen the live version of that yet. I would like to see that. Dr. Gregorian's Disney Plus. There we are. Rachel's got it as well. Gary Butler's got it as well. Yes, I know that, Gary. Trevor doesn't have Disney, but he didn't know the adult channels in his package. Have you really? Aladdin was the last one. Haven't seen that either, Aladdin. I'd like to see Aladdin too. Right, here come the ticket numbers. Here we go. 793 for my nephew, Gary, who's now able to text into the show. John Aitken, 794. Michael Pullman, 795. Tony King, 796. Gary Davidson, 797. Diane, 798. Claire, 799. Who's getting 800? Claire L. Just a moment. Claire, 7. Michael Lawrence is 800. 800 for Michael Lawrence. We got our quiz tomorrow, gang. Join us for our quiz tomorrow night. 8 o'clock is quiz time on a Tuesday night. Okay. Roy the Boy, 801. Sprinter Van, 802. Trevor, 803. Oh, let's just scroll down. There's Mark Bowles there. Mark, have you just joined us, Mark? Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Have you just joined us, Mark? I can't believe you. Have you literally just joined us? Because you're a bit late, aren't you? Have you just joined us? Trevor Campbell there. Mandy, 804. Fran, 805. George, 806. Colin, 807. Mark, 808. Rachel, 809. Oh, it's all got a bit blurry. Funny, isn't it? There's Rachel, 809. Colin K, 810. Ooh, it's got warm in here. Colin K, 810. Mick Davenport, 811. Mari, 812. Luke Trott, 813. Hello, Ross, 814. You've just joined, have you, Mark? Oh. Well, you won the raffle, dear. You've won the raffle today. Any texts in there? Let's have a look. Thank you, John. I got a message here from someone that says 131, but there's no name. So who is that, please? Who's 131? Someone that phone. Oh, it's Mark Hobbs. Is it Mark Hobbs? Okay. Mark Hobbs 815. 815 for Mark Hobbs. Maureen 816. Jason Hughes 817. On the email, Dr. Gregorian 818. Right, is that everyone? Okay, I think that's everyone for the raffle. Why have I got so hot sitting here today? So no, it's not particularly hot in here. Just let me just open the window. Oh, if I open the window, blooming insects might come in. Might I turn that on? That'll be better. I'm going to just pop and get my asthma thing. All right? I've usually got it here. That's what's going on. I'm not breathing properly. Am I? Oh, that's better. Right, have we missed anyone out? Speak now. Have you won the raffle? Can I have the clock? No! You can have a fridge magnet, young Mark. There you go. You've won the raffle today, Mark. Ticket number 638. There you go. 638 for Mr. Mark Bowles, okay? So that will be coming in the post to you this morning. I should be able to put that in the post for you this morning, my love. All right, Dr. Gregorian, we've got there. Where is he now? He is 818. And Gavin Bass 819 for Gavin Bass. Gavin Bass. There we are. Everything that, as I say, I'm going to the post box a little bit later on. Well, as soon as I finish the show, actually, I'm going to jump on my bike. That's my exercise today. And I'll be posting all your bits and pieces off from last night. It was loads from last night. And your little thing as well there, okay? Thank you, Shania there. Shania 820 for Shania. And 821 for young Simon. I expect we'll be into another book of raffle tickets today. I think this week sometime. Simon there. Simon said, "You're not having the clock, dear. You got to win the bingo for the clock. That's next Sunday for the bingo." Okay. Have you ever made a pizza in a slow cooker? Ever done that? In the Daily Mirror today, it says people on social media have come up with an easy recipe to make a pizza in their slow cookers. And you need one thing to make it really taste great. Now, the thing is, I love my slow cooker. They're dirt cheap to buy. You get a slow cooker, decent slow cooker for about 30 quid, even less than that. And you just put all this stuff in there, turn it on, 8 hours later you come back, the most delicious food comes out of it. I do a lot of spicy stuff in there. As you know, my spaghetti arrabbiata sauce and my Camp Vile stew. It's actually campfire stew. Someone nicknamed it Camp Vile stew. So I have stuff like that. But one of my friends, Danny, who lives up in Cleethorpes, he does meats in there as well, like chickens and things like that. Just leaves it on for hours. He says it's absolutely delicious in a slow cooker. It really is. Well, people have been doing pizzas in them. It says when people think of slow cookers, they often think of curries or stews, but it turns out there's a lot more you can do with this handy kitchen gadget. We recently saw one woman make a healthier full English breakfast for a whole family in the slow cooker, putting mushrooms, tomatoes and baked beans in mugs and lining all the other foods up around the sides. It now seems people are using them to make their own amazing pizzas. I've got to try this. It sounds like it shouldn't work, as you'd probably assume the crust would go soggy. But as home chefs have come up with a simple trick to stop that happening, and all you need is a tea towel. According to members of the Crockpot Slow Cooker Recipe and Tips Facebook group. Oh, we've got to join that, haven't we? We've got to join that. They're putting a tea towel under the slow cooker is the key to stopping moisture dripping onto the pizza base and crust. So where would you put that under the slow? Oh, here we go. I see. I get it. I'll read that again. I think I read that a little bit wrong. According to members of the Crockpot Slow Cooking Recipes and Tips Facebook group, putting a tea towel under the slow cooker lid is the key to stopping the moisture dripping onto the pizza. Because, of course, when you do this stuff, as the hours tick by, that lid is just full of moisture. It drips all back in. Or put a tea towel, that will soak it up, wouldn't it? Maybe you have to use more than one, I don't know. Obviously a clean one, not something you've just been wiping the virus off with. Might not be such a good idea. It says it's really simple. They only use a few ingredients, including ready-made pizza base they found in the fridge section at the supermarket, tomato sauce, mozzarella slices, and then a selection of toppings such as pepperoni, sliced up dead animals, and mushrooms. They spread out the base, covered it in other items before leaving it in a slow cooker on high for about an hour and a half. Is that all? Is that all? An hour and a half? And there's a picture of this thing. I mean, it doesn't look like a Pizza Hut pizza. It's a homemade one. So it doesn't look perfect. And to me, that looks better. I mean, you look at some of the cooking that Mick and Mandy do there, and Georgia, of course, that they've sent. Just wonderful looking food. Doesn't have to all look exactly the same, like when it's come out of a blooming box, dear. This is rough round the edges, and it looks beautiful, even though it has got slices of dead animal on the top. It says the before and after photos from the social media showed a finished pizza in a slow cooker looking perfectly crisp and oozing with cheese. Just a little tip here. Never use cheddar cheese to make a pizza. I did that. It was awful. Awful. Years ago I did that. It was something wrong. And I think it was my niece actually. What cheese did you? I said, well, just cheddar cheese. She says, no, you've used the wrong cheese. You must use mozzarella cheese. I don't know if you can get a vegan alternative. I don't know what that would be like. It says hundreds of people have commented on the post since it went up, said they'd be giving a recipe a try. We've got to try that. I'm going to save that page. and perhaps give that little try. What an excellent idea. Mandy made a pizza, but not in my slow cooker. Yeah, I've done it in the oven before. It don't take long. Hey, come to think of it, why would you want to put it in a slow cooker for an hour and a half when you can do it? You get the base. Do you make the base or do you buy the base as a matter of interest, Mandy? Now, what's that? 638. Was that the winner today? Yeah, that was the winner today. That's Mark Bowles' winner. Yeah, I mean, because you can just put it in the oven for like 20 minutes, can't you? And it's just as nice. Do you make the base from nothing or do you buy the base? Is that a difficult thing to make? What was I watching on the telly last night? I accidentally flicked over something that requires lots of layers of pastry. Like something like 60 layers of pastry. And it was all going in this marvellous machine and it lifts the... Oh, it's one... It was ever such a good programme I was watching last night. I can't remember what it's called now. John's got a slow cooker. Loves stews and casseroles. Yes, indeed it does. I've done it for that as well. Hello, Sean. Sean Pye's there. 822 for you, Sean Pye. Sean Pye, 822. You can make cakes in there as well, says Mick. Mandy, she does bread in a slow cooker. Look, you can do all this stuff in there that you didn't know anything about, can't you? I must order some ingredients, I think, and start using that a little bit more. I love my slow cooker. And then when it's finished, I just put the whole thing in the dish. Well, not the electric, but I've got two slow cookers. One's here and one's up at my caravan. The one here is the old type with the ceramic inside. The one up north has got it's a metal inside with that black stuff, non-stick stuff inside, which is much, much lighter than that one. But I've already noticed some of that metal is a few scratch marks on there, so I don't think it's going to be as good as a ceramic one, to be honest. That being said, it's a hell of a lot easier to lift the thing. Always, when you're lifting that thing, I keep thinking one of the handles is going to come off. That happened to me once with a cup of tea. Dreadful. Picked up this cup of tea, it just fell off. The handle come off. Has that happened to anyone? Dreadful. Trevor loves the pictures of Mick and Mandy put on Facebook of their cooking. Makes him feel hungry. I should think it does, doesn't it? One of videos of me and Simon making a pizza. That was the pizza, yeah. God, that's old. That is, Mick. When was that? That's got to be about 10 years old, that picture now. Yeah, that's our Simon there. Banana bread, Luke Truck mates. Look at that. Mick makes everything from everything homemade, nothing from jars. So you make your own pizza base. Is that an easy thing to do, I wonder? Making your own pizza base there. Right, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 13th of April, 2020 to Josh Lochnan. I can't remember how to say his surname. Just his 31. He became a very good friend of mine. He used to come to the Belushes in the London Bridge to do some karaoke on a Monday and Wednesday when I was there about 5 years ago now. So happy birthday to you, Josh. He lives right out in the middle of nowhere in Australia, don't you? Happy birthday. Happy birthday today to Paul Gallagher. 44 years old today. Good morning, Paul. Happy birthday. Coelho Morandi is 26 years old today. Lovely picture of you there. Happy birthday, sir. Adam Phillip is 28 years old today. Mel M. Devine is 49 today. Miles Elliott, singer extraordinaire. Morning, soul singer. Good morning, Miles. Happy birthday to you, sir. Damian Gregorski is 42 years old today. Happy birthday, Damian. McKenzie Clark Hathaway. Lovely picture of two little black cats. I like black cats. Beautiful. Happy birthday. Do you know people don't get black cats? Do you know why? Because they don't make good photographs, apparently. It's just awful, isn't it? People, all they're concerned about is how they look in a photograph. Dreadful. I had a black cat here. It was my lodger's 20 years ago now, or more than that. His name was Khan. Oh, he was a boy. He was so nice, this black cat. So friendly. Oh, he's just beautiful, beautiful cat he was. Julie Page, Alf Short, is 54 years old today. Happy birthday to you, sir. And finally, Dominic Forbes today is a young 51 years old. Happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Not a lot you can do on your birthdays at the moment, really, is there? Except sit there and wait for my birthday messages. Alrighty, George does a live stream karaoke. Where can we find that, George? You put a little message up while the final credits are rolling, and perhaps we can all go and have a little look at that, George. Okay. All right. That's it for the show today. Thanks very much for joining us. A pleasure to sit here and chat away to you again, gang. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, sort of around-ish the same time. Tomorrow night is our quiz night. I've yet to put that together for tomorrow. We'll have 4 rounds, 2 lots of questions, a picture round and a music round, just like we had the last couple of weeks. You don't need to register or do anything for that. You just turn up and join in. There's no prize, no leaderboard. It's all just us sitting here having a chat and doing a few questions together. All right? Enjoy your Monday. I'm now going to get on my little bicycle and go and post all your exciting letters. And they should get to you, I don't know. Remember, the post is slow. The post is a bit slow at the moment. So hang on for those letters and they should arrive to you at some point. Enjoy your Monday. See you soon. Bye-bye.